Welcome to our video on finishing up our notes for sequences, arithmetic, and geometric. This is Mrs. Clark. We have already filled in some of these notes on page 21 of our ISN. We filled in the notes for sequence and arithmetic, so open your notebook to that page, find this foldable, and we'll begin with filling in the geometric definition. So first of all, we need to know what is a geometric sequence. A geometric sequence is when you're multiplying or dividing a fixed number to the previous term. So go ahead and write that definition down right next to geometric sequence. The second term we have to define is common ratio. What is a common ratio? Well, the common ratio is the fixed number that's being multiplied or divided. So like in an arithmetic sequence, we call it the common difference because it was adding or subtracting, but in a geometric sequence, we call it a common ratio. A ratio is a word that is used to describe multiplying and dividing. Let's fill in some examples. Our first example is 2, 6, 18, 54. So go ahead and write that down. This is a geometric sequence because if I go from 2 to 6, I can get there by multiplying by 3. If I go from 6 to 18, again I'm multiplying by 3. 18 to 54, multiplying by 3. So what is our common ratio? Our common ratio is 3, so R equals 3 for this example. We have 2 more examples to do. So for our second example, our example is 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, ... This time, as I look from term to term, I can see that we are multiplying by 2. Four times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32, 32 times 2 is 64. So in this case, our common ratio is 2. So R equals 2. Our third example is 135, 45, 15, 5, ... So you'll notice this time that the numbers are decreasing. This time they're decreasing in a certain way. They're decreasing because it's being divided by 3. $135 divided by 3 is 45. 45 divided by 3 is 15. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So our R, this time, we're dividing by 5, so it's going to, divided by 3, so it's going to be 1/3. So our ratio is always just a number. It doesn't have times or divided in the actual ratio, so I need to write my number as if it was being multiplied or divided. A fraction with a 1 in the numerator makes a number smaller. So if I'm going to divide by 3, then I'm going to have a ratio of 1/3. If I was dividing by 4, my ratio would be 1/4. If I was dividing by 6, my ratio would be 1/6. So now we're going to fill in this part at the bottom that has neither. So inside there, we're going to write down, if a sequence goes from one term to another by any other method, it is neither arithmetic nor geometric. So let's write that down. If a sequence goes from one term to another by any other method, it is neither arithmetic nor geometric. So there are other types of patterns out there that are not arithmetic patterns and not geometric patterns. We're not looking at those right now, so if we find one that is neither one of these, we're just going to say neither. As soon as you have that written down, you can go ahead and stop the video or feel free to rewind and catch anything that you missed. Thank you.